Hi, I'm here to talk about Justice League, the theatrical cut of Justice League, which I think is an entertaining film. I don't think it's held up the best upon re-watches, but I still think it's an enjoyable enough film. I like that it has an upbeat tone. There is a sense of optimism and fun to the film, but it does feel like there's too much going on for the not very long running time. I feel like 2 hours, and I think that 2 hours is including credits. I feel like that's not enough for how much there is. Basically, introducing uh, the the universe's versions of Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg, because before then they'd only appeared really briefly, and then having Batman and Wonder Woman dealing with what's going on with Superman, having Steppenwolf as the big villain. There's a lot of supporting characters that show up for a while. There's a lot of storylines and stuff going on, and I like that it moves at a pretty fast pace, but it would have been good to have more time to flesh things out and get more development for the characters. I do think that Steppenwolf is a cool villain. He has some fun moments, like his obsession with the mother boxes and stuff. Alfred is consistently good in the movie, really good supporting character. I feel like a lot of the other supporting characters don't get a lot to do. Like, it's really cool to have J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon, but he's not in it that much. I think he should have been introduced in something before Justice League. Um, and there's some stuff that I question. Like, I am a huge Batman fan. I've been talking about a lot of Batman stuff, and Batman's characterization, I'm not the biggest fan of in the theatrical cut of Justice League, where it feels like it's understandable why he would feel insecure and feel some guilt about what happened, but I do miss seeing a more confident Batman. I feel like Batman doesn't get enough moments to show how cool he is and how good he is at doing his job. I feel like there's not enough moments that show him with the respect that I would want the character to be given. And considering how popular Batman is, I think that he's the most popular DC superhero of all time. It does feel weird to have Batman not be treated the best in the film. Flash is entertaining, has some funny moments. So does Aquaman. Cyborg deserved better. There's like he has technically a decent amount of screen time. But his development feels lacking. Um, and with a lot of important stuff being cut out, there is a lot that feels lacking in general. There's a kind of random thing with a random family that keeps popping up, which is kind of interesting. How the a Pacific family is shown and the Justice League helping them out. It does feel very random though, because I don't think it's the family is anybody that the Justice League knows. Like, if the family was somehow connected to one or more of the heroes, that could have felt cool, but constantly showing the random family who appear in a lot of scenes but don't feel that important to the story. It feels a bit odd, but at the same time I also find it a little bit interesting. But it's kind of a weird thing where they kind of feel like background characters but they also feel like supporting characters too, because they keep randomly showing up for a while. So that was a bit odd. Um, and the film feels like a series of fun little moments, and it feels more like that than a cohesive film overall, where I can watch the film and be entertained by it, um, but I feel like it's a little messy for my taste, and considering the longer and, in my opinion, better version of Just League being out there, I feel like the theatrical cut um, doesn't really have the same significance to me that it once did, but I don't dislike the movie. I think it's a solidly enjoyable film that I can have some fun with, and a little bit of upbeat superhero action, stuff like that. So I personally don't think it's terrible. I could understand why other people would feel that way. For me, it's a good enough, solid, fun superhero film, and that's just my personal opinion. And there are some big things that stick out to me as problems, but there are also plenty of moments that I do enjoy.